Today we have a Husqvarna L221A. It's an all-wheel drive edition, the Honda engine. And the problem with this is the cable. Now, it's not the cable, it's a self-propel cable. There we go, that's the problem. Now, here's a weird thing. I've worked on this machine about 4 years ago. Maybe 3, I don't remember. Replaced the crank. It was bent. And got it back, and the cable is now just getting, well, let's just say it's foobar. And we need to replace it. Luckily enough, I kept detailed enough notes. Now the model, I told the dude I would buy it, bring it on over, and here we have it. So this, I don't remember if it on the all-wheel drive is super annoying. Probably is. But we're going to find out. What we're going to do is we're going to replace it on the top end. It has two ends. This end with a Z or a Z, and my northern buddies would say, goes on top, and basically that just goes up into that little clip, and just that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The real hard part is what's beneath. The kind of annoying part about this machine is they really took the idea of zip ties to a whole new level. I've cut at least 2 or 3. I'll just say that's 3. That's 4. You're not seeing this, I know, but that's 5. Okay, 5 zip ties. Seems a little too much just to hold 2 cables together, but we need some needle nose. And just gonna take this out. Squeeze the inside or the sides of it. There it goes. And to put the new one on is super complicated. Good thing we're recording. Going through the slot. Man, if only you could see my brow, it'd be sweaty. We're going to leave the other one on for the time being. The other one's just kind of dangling there. But we're going to tip it over. Now when you tip over a mower, you tip it over the carb facing up. If you don't know where the carb is, it's where the air filter is. At least that's where all of them I know they are. If you have an exhaust filter, that would be an interesting idea. Now, unplug the spark plug. There we go. Don't need to worry about cutting your fingers off today. Looks like we don't have access on this side. That's just the belt mechanism, so we might have to go through the back, or potentially more towards the back. Well, I mean back is potentially where the bag goes. There might be like a door. If not, then we'll have to squeegee ourselves in through here. I'm gonna do a little looking. So, after removing a couple bolts here, there, and right there, the whole side panel, and of course on the opposite side too, comes right out. And I think I found the reason why the cable isn't too happy. I'm gonna spend a whole lot of time and probably a whole lot of garbage just cleaning that out. Got it cleaned out, and to my surprise, I did not install a jack, and yet the cable is moving just fine. So I blew it out even more, and hopefully you can see this. I mean, I had a hard time seeing it, even when I did have my flashlight on. You see that little thing like right there? That's rock. Wanna know what's happening? This is getting stuck, and basically what this does, it just pulls everything up and tightens everything so the belt can then have traction or grip. With that rock there, it's not going to be able to do that. So, excuse me, we're going to remove said rock. There we go. That was our problem. So now it is free, everything is free, and the cable technically isn't bad, but I mean, it is showing signs of wear, not gonna lie, but it moves just fine. Because we already have it, I contacted the owner and told him the problem, and after I got done laughing at him and he got done laughing at himself and I laughed a little more, he's like, you know what, just change the cable. So we're gonna do that. Sorry. Okay, I need to sit where you are. I'll bring you back. Due to vision restrictions, we're not going to see a whole lot. Me too. But the other end of the cable is not connected at all. So we have a whole lot of cable to work with. Let's see if we can't find. I don't know if you can see that little hole. Oh, the jokes, I tell you. Uh-oh. Looks like we have to go through the cable. Excuse me, the belt first. That's gonna make this even more entertaining. Let us put the light down. Take a pair of pliers. Push that through so we have a little bit more mobility. Where's that hole again? I swear I never have this problem. I think I'm in that awkward position where my pliers are kind of blocking. Oh, no. Now that is also my pliers pulled the hook and dislodged itself. I'm going to struggle with this. Probably don't need to see me do that. And I will just bring you back once it's done. Okay. That was not the easiest thing. I did find, though, once you have it in place, the cable would actually, because its rigidity, would end up knocking it right back out. So I put my finger over it once I put it in. Yes. And then now I connected the bail and we have full range of motion, which we technically had before, but with the rock out, it's a whole lot better. So I'm gonna put that little cover back in and then we'll give it a test to make sure. Oh yeah, I should explain what was going on. Unlike, not having any engagement, this always had engagement. Like as soon as you turned it on, it was pulling you forward, which could be a little dangerous because, well, it's all-wheel drive. So it's not like you can even just push it down the back wheels for front wheel or lift up the handle or something just to do anything to prevent it from going forward. No, you had four wheels going, so you literally had to lift it up, and that is not safe at all. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, all put back together. Let's take a look. Remember, we don't want to see the wheels moving. And then, I want to say like 3-4 seconds later, I will then pull it back and we'll give it a test. But the problem wasn't the fact that it wasn't running, so I don't suspect we're going to have that problem. you know what? Starts a lot better with the spark plug connected, or so I'm told, and we found out. Okay, works pretty much the way it should be. So, what did we learn today? Well, we learned that it's not always the cable, even though it did kind of appear like it was the cable. It's not always the cable, but if you do need to replace the cable, hopefully this helped you out. But I guess the main thing to do is to check before you order it. I'm kind of glad we put a new one in there anyway, which I probably would recommend to begin with unless it's brand new, because after looking at the cable a little bit more, there was rust further down into the sheath, and it was going to break in a short amount of time to begin with. So we saved ourselves and the owner a trip down here and a second jump on the bench. So other than that, I think we're good. If you like what you see, keep watching. Definitely subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101, and I will watch you on the next video. Have a good night.